Lacrosse. It's the newest sport to hit Hardin County. It's gaining popularity rapidly, and we asked Elizabethtown Marksman club team coach Eric Oliver what it was all about.
Lacrosse is a sport that involves a stick with a ball and catching. It's similar to soccer, football, and baseball. It was actually started by the Native Americans way back when.
The Native Americans created it around 1100 AD, and it was brought down from Canada to the northeast, where it was picked up and greatly refined.
And from there, it's pretty much stayed on the eastern seaboard for probably the majority of the time that we've known lacrosse, and it's just now started to grow more and more. Actually, the University of Denver is the first collegiate team to win the NCAA championship for lacrosse on the west side of the Mississippi. Texas, California, a lot of places are now adding lacrosse. It's actually the fastest growing sport when you Google the fastest growing sports. It and bowling are the two fastest growing sports in America.
When asked how the sport was introduced to our community, he explained,
It actually came from a family in Virginia that came from Virgil Lyon is his name, and another family, Mary Jo Slaney. Their sons played it, and they wanted to introduce it to this community because they wanted to play so bad, and so they did, and it slowly developed. We went from having around 25 kids on the very first ever lacrosse team to how, if you combine the kids at North and Fort Knox and what we have here, you probably have around 80 to 90.
Right now, the Marksmen are competing in a fall league in Louisville once a week. Coach Oliver says when the high school season begins, they'll be playing about 2 to 3 times a week. Lacrosse is becoming so popular across the county, students are quitting other sports just to play it. One such student is Isaiah Thomas of Elizabethtown High School.
Well, we got it for E-Town. It came in about a year ago, and I was running track at the time, and all my friends were like, "You like hockey, right?" And I was like, "Yeah." They were like, "Oh, dude, you should come play lacrosse." But so I came out and I just loved it. Like, I'm quitting track to play it, man. It's great.
Even Central Hardin student Drew Powers had the same idea.
My parents said something about it whenever I was running. I was like, hey, that sounds cool. So I tried out and ended up liking it.
But some students, such as Central Hardin's own Jonathan Penning, just thought it sounded like an interesting game to try out.
Well, I had a bunch of friends in school that talked about it. I wasn't interested in any other sport, so I thought lacrosse would be a good chance.
Now with close to 90 players across the county, lacrosse certainly has a bright future here in our community. Reporting from Central Hardin High School, this has been Jackson Kinney with HCEC TV.